What's going on, folks? Welcome back to Launch Our Channel. So today we are going to spend a little bit of time talking about some updates, especially as we are approaching the end of winter and approaching spring. And then we're also going to talk about a little bit about update of where we are in the lawn. There's not much to talk about. It hasn't changed very much since the last time, but I do have some areas that I just want to point out real quick. And then we're going to spend a little bit of time talking about the elephant in the room, which is this sling and what that means for the channel, at least for this season. And then we can talk about some of the modifications that we're going to have to make because of it. So if you want to find out what's going on, stick around. All right, folks, so usually I start off in the front yard, but I'm going to start off in the back, just kind of give you a view of what's going on. From far away, it looks pretty good. But as you can tell, I've got a little bit of a trap right there. The thing is called a Tomcat. I'll actually put a link in the description in case you're interested in one. I've got a bit of a mold problem, and you'll see it a little bit further down when we get down there. But yeah, we've got quite a bit of a mold problem. The good thing is that that trap works really well. And so I'll definitely put a link in the description in case you're interested and you're having the same issues. But down here, the yard doesn't look too bad. It's actually nice and green. It is very thin if you look at it from above, but that's to be expected. It's just winter. But I don't think that you can see it very well. Actually, you can see it very well in the screen, but right there, there is a bunch of mold trails. And so I'm gonna be moving that trap around just to see if we can get some of them. But you get a little bit of an idea. I think you can see it in the camera of how bad it is. But the grass is growing, and I'm gonna do a couple things back here that I wouldn't normally do or even suggest. So when we get over here to this side, this is actually really soft. Tons and tons of trails all along there. And the reason why I came this way was because, as you can see, that gate actually takes us out to the front yard. And so I've been keeping an eye and making sure that these moles don't get out there. But they are pretty much destroying the entire backyard. And to be honest with you, I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it because of the fact that it doesn't bother me so much in the back, because I grow fescue back there and it's gonna be nice and long. Now up here in the front, I do have one trail right there, and that Tomcat took care of the mold that was there, but obviously did a little bit of damage. But the front, the perennial didn't really fill in as much as I had hoped. You can see quite a bit of brown, like right in there. But it at least keeps it green from far away, and I'm okay with that overall. But you know, we'll come into season, and then this perennial will actually start greening up, and it'll fill in all of this, and it'll look a lot better. As for our flower beds, we're going to do quite a bit this year. I cut down these crepe myrtles quite a bit, just because they were getting really unruly. And I'm hoping that they'll kind of spread out a little bit more, and they'll just look a little bit different. The flower beds are looking a little rough, but that's to be expected. We're not growing anything in the winter months, and we'll be okay. This Japanese maple was pretty much in rough shape when we first moved into this house, but it's doing really well. You see a lot of new growth right there. All those red branches right there. You can kind of see where things are coming together. It's really healthy, which is a lot better than it was. And you can see a lot of splitting in the trunk, and a lot of that has healed. So I think we've kind of saved this tree quite a bit. The front looks okay. All right, so that's pretty much the tour of the grass. There's several things that we've got to deal with. Obviously, we've got the moles that we've got to deal with. One thing I'm not going to do this year is I am not going to do pre-emergent in the backyard. And the reason why was because we struggle a lot during the summer, and I'm going to do another overseed in the spring and just try and get it thicker. I'll deal with the weeds throughout the season. We'll probably have some crabgrass, but it's better than what it normally is. Every year I end up having a lot of patches, a lot of bare patches throughout the season, just because the grass doesn't do very well with all the moisture. So I'm going to try and make sure that we've got a lot thicker stand of grass, and then hopefully that'll take care of a lot of the moisture on its own. The front I will do pre-emergent simply because it's Bermuda, and I'm not going to overseed it, so we don't have to worry about that. So we're going to go ahead and do some pre-emergent up there. Obviously everything goes a little bit slower for me this year because of this sling. So I will give you the quick story. If you want to fast forward, that's totally fine. I'm not a young man, and this is every year. It kind of reminds me. But I work out with some guys that are pretty amazing, and they push me, and I appreciate that. I was doing a bench press at the gym, and it wasn't super heavy. I mean, it was heavy. I'm not gonna lie, but it wasn't like a PR or anything like that. And I was feeling fine until I wasn't. Basically, when the bar came down, I heard Velcro, and apparently I passed out. The poor guy that was spotting me, he did a great job of keeping the bar off of me, at least off of my neck, until a couple other guys came over and were able to pull the bar off and keep me safe. But apparently I passed out, and I kind of woke up when they actually hooked the bar back up, and I knew that I had done something really bad. I thought I had torn a labrum or dislocated my shoulder or done something pretty bad like that. It turns out it's about the worst thing I could have done, which is I tore my rotator. So the way they classify rotator cuff tears, they classify it as a small, medium, large, and then massive. And anything over 5 centimeters is massive. This was, in the MRI, it showed 5 centimeters. When he went in to repair it, it was actually 6 centimeters, and had about 4 anchors with multiple sutures in there to fix everything. And when I say sutures, I think, string. The sutures are actually more like paracord. So they basically had to repair the entire top tendon was completely severed, and then the back tendon was 2/3 severed. But the miraculous thing was that I didn't have any other damage to my shoulder. I thought for sure I would have torn a labrum or something else on top of that. Thank God it wasn't as bad as it could have been. That being said, it was pretty bad because a rotator, especially when you're my age, or as you get older, it just becomes much more difficult to keep it intact. So my doctor said basically that I can no longer lift heavy. I can lift, I'm just gonna have to keep it under 10 reps. If I can't do 10 reps, I can't be lifting anymore like that. So that all being said, I'm gonna continue to go to gym, but I'm just gonna have to modify severely how I'd lift going forward. As for the lawn, what does that mean for the lawn? Well, there were several things that I was gonna do this year. I didn't do a sand leveling last year because I decided I was gonna wait till spring when it's a little bit cooler. So that's not gonna happen because I usually put about 2 tons of sand on the front yard, and I'm not gonna be able to shovel anything for about 6 months. But so that's the one big thing, is like no sand leveling this year, at least not during the beginning of the season. I may do it towards the end depending on how things are going. And then the other thing that I do every year, which I'm actually a really big believer in, I'm a little bit bummed about, is we will not be doing any compost in the lawn this year, simply because I usually put about 7 yards of compost in the yard, and that's not going to happen either because that's quite a bit of shoveling and spreading and everything else. So no compost in the spring. Luckily I did it in the fall, so we're taking care of for at least that portion of the plan. So those are the 2 big things that we're not gonna be able to do, and honestly they're quite physically tasking, so it's probably a good thing that I don't do that. So I'll take a little break this year. But other than that, everything else is kind of the way we're gonna do things anyway. So I'm not gonna do pre-emergence in the back like I said. I'll do it in the front. We're still gonna do grub control. We're still gonna make sure we take care of fungus because of all my trees. I have to worry about all the moisture problems. So we'll still be doing all of those things. It's just some of the bigger things that I would like to do, I can't do. If you guys remember when I started this channel back in 2019, I was actually in a boot. I had to repair my Achilles tendon, and then I had a knee replacement a few years ago. So, it's what happens when you abuse your body when you're younger. You have to pay the piper later on. So that's basically what's happened, is that most of these have not been major injuries. They've just been wear-outs. This was a major injury. So everybody says, you get a lot of injuries, and it kind of makes me mad sometimes people say that, like as if I'm trying to get injured. The reality of it is that I get injured because I continue to try to do things, and I will continue to try to do those things. I think that when you stop moving, you stop living, and I plan on living for a while. So we're gonna keep doing things, and if I have to fix things, we'll fix them. It is what it is. So anyway, back to the lawn. We just got a lot of plans, and we're gonna go back to just getting to the basics with the lawn this year. I mean, we're gonna do a lot more granular fertilizer like I've done in the past. Last year I tried to do an experiment and use big box products only, and it worked fairly well. I mean, honestly, I'm not complaining that it was a terrible idea, because it wasn't. It just kind of got me out of my routine, and so I want to get back to my routine of how I like to take care of the lawn. So we're gonna get back to a lot of micronutrients and doing the things that we normally do. And honestly, that's gonna force me to be a little bit low key with some of the bigger projects that I do. Now, I've got other projects that I'm going to continue to do. I've got to build a carport for my truck. I started that in the fall and had to stop. And so we're going to keep doing, we're going to continue that sometime this summer. I have to build a second shed on the side of the yard because I do a lot more woodworking in my garage. And so I got to get my motorcycle out of there. And so we've got other projects that will be on the Shark Shed channel. So if you haven't checked that out, put a link in the description. Go check out that channel because I do a lot of woodworking and home improvement projects out there. But we'll continue to do this channel as long as people watch it. But like I said, we're going to get back to basics and just make sure that we keep the lawn green and healthy as much as we possibly can. down, and we're gonna have a little bit more of a weed problem in the back, and that's all right. And then we're gonna have to deal with the moles one way or the other. But like I said, when I was walking around, I'm not worried about the moles too much, just because the grass is gonna be much taller in the back. You're not gonna see it. Obviously, I wanna be sure that I'm not causing a problem out there where I'm gonna twist an ankle or somebody else is gonna twist an ankle as they're walking through, because it does get pretty soft with those moles. But we will dispatch them as much as we possibly can with the tools that we have available. But as long as they stay off my front yard where I'm real mowing and I'm trying to keep things pretty low, I will let them live until I catch them. So, but if they get in the front, then we start doing drastic stuff. So anyway, just want to give you guys a quick update of what's going on in the lawn and what our plans are and how we have to modify this year. Anyway, I hope you guys have enjoyed this little bit of an update. And if you have any questions, please feel free to comment down below. I'd love to hear some more from you guys for the plans that you have for this spring, some of the things that you do, some of the things that you normally do, maybe some of the things that you're going to be doing differently this year. I love to learn from people. The only things that I don't like is when people are disrespectful, because you know, you get a lot of trolls on the internet. But I would love to hear more from people with some of the thoughts and the processes that they take as they move forward. There's a lot of great lawn channels out there and a lot of great advice, and I learn from them, but I also like learning from the people that watch some of these videos. So feel free to comment down below if you have any questions or suggestions or some of the things that you're doing. So with that, if you like this video, don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe if I've earned your subscription. And if you want to be notified of future videos, don't forget to hit that bell, and we'll see you on the next one. Have a great week, everybody.